All
So
right, Marco, we are live. Welcome to another episode of Project 90. Today, we had the second quarterfinal where we saw Spain beat Belgium 2-1. My name is Antonio.
now, Marco.
And Marco, before we dive into this game, I just want to remind all the new listeners or existing listeners coming back to visit project90soccer.com, find all of our streaming platforms, all of our social platforms. Leave a comment, subscribe. We want to hear from you all. We want to engage with the audience. With that being said, though, Marco, today, the second quarterfinal, Spain is into the semis versus France, beating Belgium 2-1. What did you think of that game?
Definitely not the steamrolling that we were thinking. As far as Spain just rolling right through them. I mean, the stadium was pretty dope. I think so, outside of Azteca. I mean, I'm biased. I'm a Mexico fan, but SoFi, man, it's been delivering for all these games.
Yep.
It's a nice stadium. It's a huge stadium, and man, it just looks pretty dope. As a player, I would have loved
Oh
to play in
yeah.
that stadium.
Jam packed every time, celebrities everywhere. It's a real vibe. Makes me wonder just how fun it must have been to see that USA game there. You know,
Oh,
that would have been a
dude,
great time, but
man.
that's besides the point. We know what happened there. Today though, before the game, I saw last second, right before it
Mm,
started, that Tielemans for
yeah.
Belgium got a little hamstring injury during the warm up, so they had to pull him out. He's been the captain, he's a big piece of their team. So that was kind of raised a question. There's a little bit of concern for Belgium. But a good news for them was De Bruyne was back, right? He had rested last game. He was not in, so he came into this game fresh. I thought he had a good game. For Spain, though, the big shocker was Pedri getting benched. The
Mm.
coach benched Pedri. Is the only change from the last game. They put Pedri on the bench and they brought in Fabian Ruiz, who, in my opinion,
Scored.
different player, but we saw what happened there. He did score. It's probably giving them something to think about at this point. But overall, what did you think of the first half? How Spain started, how Belgium came out, the intensity of the game. It was pretty exciting. I thought for a game. To be completely honest, it was a good game.
Yeah, before we get into that, I mean, Tillman, honestly, Anto, e- let's say he wasn't injured, I don't think it would have changed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing how the second half played out, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
don't see Tillman as that guy that just changes games,
Right.
right? I think he's solid. He's a captain,
Yep.
communicator, but like as far as like maybe the game going Belgium's way, I'm just not sure.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, man, solid first half. Pretty exciting. Spain was building a lot on the right side. I mean, Lamine Yamal looked like a demon at times. Like it was just a handful.
Yep.
I mean, he is a handful. That's just the type of player he is. You just don't know what's going to happen, where the shot's going to come from. Is he going to go down the line, send a pass, or is he just going to cut on the inside and just shoot the ball? You just don't know with that guy.
Yeah.
And
Use that left foot.
yeah, and to your point, right? De La Fuente makes that one adjustment and starts Fabian Ruiz and Pedri goes to the bench. And at the time he scored, I mean, you're thinking like, man, this was the right adjustment made. But ultimately, to me, it was just one of those things where Courtois, you know what I mean? It just
Yeah.
the wrong bounce and Fabian was there and was able to capitalize on that
Yeah.
opportunity.
Made
But
the save. There was obviously the rebound that he just kind of cleaned up, and
yeah, yeah.
those things happen unfortunately. But I thought Lamine Yamal. Let's talk about him for a second. He was on the same side over there. He was playing on the right, and for Belgium, there's Jeremy Doku on the left.
Mhm.
And for me, early on, it was pretty obvious that their game plan for Belgium was to double up on Lamine, right? Doku played a lot of defense today. Like, that guy was working hard on the left wing for Belgium, coming back, doubling up on Lamine. They really kind of, Lamine obviously had his chances. He's a good player, but they were able to shut him down pretty well.
Yeah.
But Doku had a hell of a game, I thought. He was creative in attack. He was explosive. You know how he is. He's fast. He gets the ball. He dribbles. He crosses the field. He's all over the place. Um, but yeah, moving on, it was in the 30th minute. We got that goal from Fabian Ruiz. And throughout the first half, it was pretty back and forth. I did think Spain had a little more of the possession. They were in the Belgian half a lot more. They were creating chances, kind of giving them a hard time. But then out of nowhere, the 41st minute, De Ketelaere beat Kubarsi to that header.
Yep.
And for a second there, I was thinking, man, is Spain going to just now kind of go in and put another one in, make it 2-0, make it 3-0? But Belgium, to be fair to them, I think they responded well. What do you think about that?
I mean, just when you think that Spain's going to take control and just get in the driver's seat for the rest of the game, I mean, here comes that goal from Belgium. And who
Yeah.
is it? It's one of their guys that's been scoring. So that added an interesting way on how to close the first half.
Yeah.
And I know you mentioned a little bit about De Bruyne and not too bad. I actually saw it a little bit different. I think he was kind of quiet.
Hmm.
Yeah, he had some touches on the ball at times and just just trying to get something going, but he couldn't get anything going. And
Yeah.
honestly, I thought they subbed him too late.
Yeah.
I thought they should have subbed him 60th minute, maybe even earlier. I don't know. It's just what
Yeah.
I'm thinking, but I think he was pretty quiet for me.
Yeah, he didn't do too much, or maybe the better way to say it is he didn't control and impact the game and control the game in that midfield like we're used to or having seen him do with like Manchester City, right? He did have that one touch layoff that led to the cross, that did lead to the goal, but outside of that, I mean, he wasn't dominating the midfield. To me, this was a game like whoever was going to dominate the midfield
Hmm.
was going to win this game because ultimately they have good attacks on both sides. So whoever can win the midfield and feed the attack is going to lead to me scoring goals and winning the game ultimately. Now, into the second half, we saw early pressure from Spain and Belgium going over there, Doku getting a chance, hitting the side net. And then the subs came in. Baena went out, Fabian Ruiz for Ferran Torres and Pedri, which Ferran Torres, like I always say, I'm not a fan of Ferran Torres, but you can tell that maybe he doesn't get the assist or the goal, but his movement up top, his
Hmm.
link up play, he's in there, he's creating problems for the defense. So it worked out for Spain ultimately. And then Belgium made their subs, obviously. Like you were saying yesterday, Lukaku, you like him coming on as a sub better. I think that is a good move, putting that body up there, right? He's a lot more physical. He's the kind of guy you just lob the ball in there for him and he can make something happen. But yeah, I mean, overall, second half, it was back to back. And then the good thing for Spain, I wrote here, was Nico Williams coming back on. Seeing him finally getting back on the team, back on the field. I think when he came on, it probably as a Belgian fan, you probably got a little scared because you know what
Hmm.
that meant. Now you're getting it from both sides. But yeah, what do you think of like the later stage of the game when Spain really kind of started to turn it up and really pressure the Belgians?
Going back to what I mentioned about the first half, I mean, and starting Fabian Ruiz, I mean, you bring on Nico and then he's just immediately impactful. So again, I'm thinking like, man, the coach he knows what he's doing. He knows what adjustments to make in the game
Yep.
because he's trying to win it. Obviously, he doesn't want to go into OT. So, but no, man, he impacted the game right away. He started connecting with his teammates, and what happens? Courtois starts blocking more than he was in the first half. Right, he was all over the place. He
Yep.
was blocking. He was blocking at first. For a little bit, I thought he was playing volleyball. How much he was just freaking sending the ball back out there,
Yeah.
but. He was blocking so much he ended up getting injured.
Yeah.
Here comes uh,
Lemons for your Man United, right?
Lamins, Man United, in an
Yeah.
unfortunate, right? He couldn't hold on to the ball. Here
Nope.
comes another bounce, another similar goal, and Spain capitalizes and
Yeah.
scores the second one. And for me, as a Man United fan, I was like, man, that's a bummer, right? Because he's on the squad. He started all season. He had a solid
Yeah.
season,
He did.
and the one opportunity he gets, this happens.
Yeah. And from the unlikely kind of guy, right? Kubarsi, the center back, just firing
Yeah.
it in. And what we really got to talk about too for Spain is we saw against Portugal the same thing that happened today. Mikel Merino coming in, right? The Arsenal guy coming in, scoring like after a couple minutes, second touch today, put the
Hmm.
ball in the back of the net. The guy's got an eye for goal. And I think it's pretty clear now what Spain or how Spain is going to continue to use him. Obviously, bringing him on late in the game like that, he seems to have something where, everyone else, they're getting tired. They're kind of slowing down a bit. He's fresh and he's just got that eye for goal and he's in there and he's ready to clean up any rebound. And unfortunately for Belgium, Lamin's the goalie. He couldn't get a hold of that. He couldn't kind of push it to the side to kind of get it out of the way, but Marino pounced on it and that was it, man. 2-1. After that went in, I think everyone kind of knew the final result. Belgium did have a final push, but nothing came of it. There was a scare for Unai Simon. He kind of came out of the
Hmm.
box
Mhm.
and there's a little opportunity there, but Laporte helped clean that up. But yeah, man, 2-1, 2-1. So we got these two quarterfinals finished up. We got our first semifinal in place. France versus Spain, which is going to be, I think Spain is finally picking it up. We saw today a little more. So I still put the French kind of ahead of the Spanish, in this game, but I think it's going to be a real competitive game. I don't know. What do you think? What do you see happening in that one?
Shout out to Spain getting it done. First time
Yep.
back since 2010. Back in the
Yep.
semis. So here come those guys, and it's gonna be solid. It's gonna be a solid game. To what we were talking a little bit earlier, I think the midfield is gonna control whoever controls the midfield best, and
Yes.
is able to create those opportunities on both sides of the pitch is gonna
Mhm.
it's gonna come out victorious. So it's gonna be a solid game. Spain, France.
Yeah.
Really hard on who to pick, but yeah, to your point, I'm sticking with France. I think they just
Yeah.
have too much in their arsenal right now.
Yeah, I think they just have a slight edge over Spain. It's similar attacks when you think of like the wings. They got Lamine and Nico Williams, and then France have like Mbappe and Doué and all these guys. So there's a lot of speed in the attack. They're fast up top. But again, the midfield is going to come down really to the midfield. Who can dominate the midfield? Who can win those balls? I saw Danny Olmo today, and he's really good at really finding that space between the lines, in between the passing lanes, getting the ball at his feet and just turning and
Mhm,
just
mhm.
going at the defense. So I think he's going to have a real big game against France.
Well,
Um,
the first goal came from off of his shot.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's very like he's a problem up there. He's got a lot of movement. There's a lot of movement from Spain. If you take your eye off of it, you kind of miss it, man. They're moving all over the place and pulling defenders with them. But shout out to Belgium. Their defense today handled it pretty well, considering it was only 2-1. But at the end of the day, yeah, they were just overpowered, unfortunately. So no, it was Belgium's kind of the back end of their golden generation, right? It sucks to
yeah.
see De Bruyne kind of in his last game there. He might retire from the national team. Lukaku, Courtois, all these guys. But
Witzel,
yeah, Witzel is another one. He's
Witzel,
been
yeah, yeah.
around, and it's sad to see, but ultimately the better team. I think the better team won today.
I don't know if you noticed, or maybe I just started thinking about it last minute. When Lamens made that mistake, I was like, the lack of world class goalkeepers in this tournament is crazy.
It is, man. It's odd because it's like all these, I don't want to say no name goalkeepers, but like the Vozinhas, all these guys having their big games, but then these some of these bigger keepers, you saw what happened to the United States. I mean, that was
Yeah.
terrible. And Lamins and all these guys kind of making these saves, and there's a lot of rebounds, a lot of goals in that fashion. And in general, there hasn't been really. I see in previous World Cups some absolute like amazing goals being scored, right? And there's been some in this World Cup, but it's been very quiet in terms of that, right? They've been very I don't know, just kinda
I
I don't wanna
mean,
say basic goals, but like nothing out like just, "Oh my god, like what do we just see there?" You know?
even France with
Mhm.
Magnan, right? He
Yeah.
has a solid team, but he's not a world class goalkeeper, right?
No.
He's just solid. That's what they need right now, and he's getting the job done. But
Mhm.
imagine if they were a tier lower and he had more work to do throughout the tournament. Who
Yeah.
knows how
Yeah.
France would be hanging on? But same thing for
Yeah.
Spain.
Mhm.
That I don't think he's a world class goalkeeper.
Mhm.
I just think the teams are strong.
Yeah, they're good goalkeepers overall, but like you said, if they were to be put under pressure like some of these smaller teams that really have to sit back and control these attacks, what would we see from these goalkeepers? If they're getting shot at 20, 30 times a game and taking all these crosses and set pieces, all these different scenarios, would we talk about these goalkeepers the same? I don't know. It really helps to have a solid defense in front of you, obviously a good midfield. But yeah, man, it's been a tournament of goalkeeper mistakes,
Hey, real
terrible
quick.
performances and good ones. What's up?
Real quick, two things. Imagine, and no shade to my Uruguay people, but imagine if
Oh, Muslera.
Belgium had Muslera out there,
Yeah. Imagine if
dude.
any
It
team had Muslera out there, dude.
would have been like 7-8-0.
God, what a way for that guy. Tangent right there. Uruguay, man. That guy was a legend of a goalkeeper, and he just absolutely ruined it. You know,
Yeah.
Uruguay sucked this World Cup, to be completely honest, but I mean, some of the things you saw him do, it's like sad to see because that was it for Uruguay. That was it for his international career. So to end it that way and to literally ask for the sub yourself because you're playing that bad,
Oh, that's
that
what it was?
that's what it was. He
I thought
asked to be taken
Bielsa
off.
I thought Bielsa was just like, 'cause Bielsa, he's like this hardcore
Yeah.
guy. You can't tell him anything.
Yeah.
He does what he does. Like when he
Mhm.
talks to his players, he's looking down on the ground. I thought he just yanked him. I didn't really look into it.
No, yeah, I think it was Muslera that said, "Hey, take me off because I'm absolutely doing a disservice here to Uruguay." But yeah, man. Besides the point for them, they're long gone. Semifinal, obviously Spain, France. Tomorrow, two more quarterfinals. The final games. We have Argentina versus Switzerland, correct? And then we have Norway versus England. So two big ones there. Just quick prediction for those. I see Norway giving England a hard time. I have a hard time picking a winner for this one. I wanna be bold and just say that Norway is gonna somehow find a win. That's what I think is gonna happen. Argentina, Switzerland, I'm just gonna flat out. I think Argentina is gonna win. Whatever the scenario will be, VAR, all that bullshit. Whatever it is, I think Argentina is gonna come through. What do you think?
Before I give my prediction, just want to also mention, did you see those photos that went viral with Rodri freaking digging in his nose and eating his boogers? Did
Oh,
you
I
see that?
did, man. What a legend.
Hey,
You know?
if that's what kids need to do to be at that level and play the way he's playing, then I don't know. I guess we got to start teaching him how to do things differently.
Imagine the level of fucks you have like, you none given, knowing that you're under a camera the whole time. Like, you don't care anymore. You get to the point, "You know what, dude? I'm just gonna pick my nose. I'm gonna eat this shit. I
Well,
don't even
just,
care who sees it."
just like the German coach, right? He was smelling his balls.
Oh, dude, what was that guy's name? Low. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
That
Yeah,
guy,
low.
what
Yep.
a weird character that guy was, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Some of the things you see on social media, I have to be honest, it's comedy. Lamine Yamal's little brother, have you seen stuff
Yeah,
about that guy?
dude.
Little legend, man.
It's always the little brothers.
Little
But
legend,
yeah,
bro. Yeah,
the
good.
obviously Argentina picking them to win. You know
Mhm.
what? I'm sticking to with one of the comments we had on our previous video where like, hey, Norway has a lot going for them, and
Yeah.
they're gonna give England some problems. So I'm picking Norway.
Yep. I think so as well. Well, hopefully, I said it earlier, I'm gonna bank on it. Haaland's getting that hat trick, man. If I see Haaland get a hat trick tomorrow, it's gonna be probably more unlikely,
I wouldn't
less
bet on it.
less likely. Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it, but I'm a dreamer, man. I want to see Norway make history. They already have, so they really have nothing to lose. But yeah, man, that's it, man. So until tomorrow, we're gonna come back. We'll do another recap, but this has been another episode, Project 90. I want to do a recap on these first two quarterfinals. Today, Spain 2-1 through to the semis. Marco, I'll talk to you tomorrow, my man.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Peace.